all we're going to do is go to empty project and then go to your browse, and for your expansions I'm going to scroll down to my drums that I want to use. Y'all want to hear the EA Ski Kit drums. So let's say you like, without even listening, let's just say you want this sample, you want to hear this sample, you like this one. Let's just say you selected all these samples, right? You like all these samples. Let's say you go to another kit and you like another sample out of there. These are all different, right? Alright, so what I'm saying is now you go to your browse, you can load up, you go to your browse and hit this button here, the one with the lines, and hit sequence. You can go up here to one of these here and any other flavors you want. You got pad thai sequences. Let's go to boom bap. Let's say you want boom bap. So we'll load that sequence. And let's say you want to hear drums in an A-rap. So let's load this sequence, okay? So all we're going to do now is go to that sequence. When you hit play, it's going to fire. It's got notes in it. It's a legit, the MIDI notes are there. So now you just go in here, and you go to your program 1, and then you hit assign samples. And you know this is the kick, and if you don't, put a kick there, or put a hi-hat there, and when you hit play, that hi-hat's going to trigger. And you're going to learn real quick to know, I think a kick goes here. So it's a great way to Rubik's Cube your way around to find out what kind of beat you want. You know what I'm saying? Because for me to lay out pads, it was kind of hard for me to understand. But if you look at the drum layout, again, while that's playing, you just hit assign samples and assign your samples. And I made a whole thing here because I'm trying to understand like trap and hip hop, right? So for trap, all I did was kick, snare, hat, hat, snare, snare, hat, hat, kick, clap, hat, hat. The only difference between this one and this one is the clap and the snare. They're still low and high, high and low, long and short. And how I came up with that, and this is trap. This is trap. Hip hop, it looks like this. It's got 4 drums: kick, snare, hat, and hat. And then your stabs. And then bass. So yeah, trap looks like this, a lot of drums, and then hip hop looks like this with a lot of stabs. So it's pretty dope, and how I came up with that, it isn't something that I just made up, you know what I'm saying? So look, I'll show you. Come here, baby. Let's go to a kit, and let's just load up any of these trap kits. Let's load 2 traps, and then we'll load up boom bap. 2 of them. So when you go to your drum here, let's look at this trap kit. Let's go to mute. When you look in here, it tells you everything: kick, clap, hat, hat, snare, rim, hat, hat. So that's what I wrote down. It was like, I only wrote down 2 different styles, and what I did, I made 2 different kits on my MPC, or on my SP, labeled trap kit and hip hop kit. And that's exactly what I did, what was on this piece of paper. And I just labeled them out like that. Now I just add my stabs. If you go to your samples, right, let's go to menu and then program edit. And you hit this samples button down here. And you hit it again. So now you got your kick drum there, right? You know your kick's on pad A1 and it's being triggered. So I like to go ahead and stack other kits if it doesn't lock up on me. But yeah, you can put 2 or 3 different kicks and then level them out. You know what I'm saying? You can do a lot of nice work to this. Pan them a little left and right. I wouldn't do it to the kick, but you can just make them big and fat. So it's pretty dope. But again, all you do, you just go in there and load up a blank sequence. Load up all your samples. Just go through and be like, I like all these samples. So maybe load up 2 or 3 different sequences, 1 or 2 different hip hop ones. This way you can really hear that kick and snare for me, so I can hear my kick, my snare, my hi-hats and everything. And if I don't like them, I can mute them out or not. And then I'll take those samples that I made on the MPC and treat them by putting them into the SP and finalizing that sound. And I think it's a really dope workflow, and I hope that it helps you guys end up making some kind of different rhythms and stuff, because that's one of the hardest things I got is, why would I buy a drum machine if I don't play drums? But I know how to sample, so sampling for me is not just melodics, it's percussion also, whether it's patterns or whatnot. I like to chop all that, so I would highly recommend just giving it a shot. I think it's fun, and it'll get you guys motivated to do something different, straight up. Right on. I'm Polypopo, and I'll see you guys on the next one.